1, 2, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Howdy folks, thanks for checking out the lesson here. We're going to dive into the key of E minor, and we'll be using the E minor pentatonic scale for this whole entire lesson. Now I've created a simple melody here. It's only 8 bars long, and I played it 4 different times in 4 different positions on our fretboard. So we're going to take that E minor pentatonic scale and borrow maybe a note or two, but essentially just that pentatonic scale, and play this simple melody all across our fretboard. If you'd like access to the full-length lesson and download the tabs and the audio tracks and access Sound Slice so that you can slow down and loop any section of this piece, click the link in the description below. All right, so let's put those first few measures on the screen there. Has a pickup on beat 2. Let me play those first 4, and yeah, we'll break them down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now this song is, of course, in 4/4, but played up to speed, it's going to have a little bit more of a feeling that's in 2. So for sake of breaking this down, I'll be kind of feeling things in 4, but if you listen to the audio tracks, and I'll play them up to speed here, each section, but if you listen to the audio tracks, it's going to have more of a feeling that you're in 2, all right? So just so you know, when you're listening and I'm kind of teaching here, that's the groove. So those first few bars there, again, has a pickup on beat 2. Starts on low E, 0-3 hammer on low E, 0-2 hammer on the low A, and then open D, the quarter note there. So 1. And then measure 2, we land on the 2nd fret of the D. That's an E note right there, and it's a half note as well, so it'll get 2 counts. We're going to be doing, this will be a kind of a rhythm motif, if you will, this first measure. But it's a half note there, so 2 counts. Then we play it again, beat 3, and then 0-2 on the D string. Okay, rather simple, right? All on that string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And that carries over to the downbeat of measure 3, right? For, 1 beat. And then 0-2 on the D string again. Then open G. And then 2-0 pull on the G. Okay. And then measure 4, we're going to slide up to the 4th fret on the G string. So the chord change will go to B7, and our melody note will also be on the B note. And like I said there, that circle around there is a half note, so 2 counts here. So 1, 2, and then on beat 3, we play it again. And then 2 8th notes here. B string, 3rd fret, 4th string, G string. Okay? 1, 2, 3. And that will tie over to the downbeat of the next measure, okay? So those 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 2, 3, 4, all right, and then moving on here, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is, it's only 8 bars long here, so this is the last half of the first arrangement, I guess you'd say. So we're tied over to the downbeat there on measure 5, and then we play it again on beat 3. I'm sorry, beat 2. And then we have 4 eighth notes in a row. So we're gonna 4-2 slide on the G, then open, then 4 on the G. So watch my fingering too. And then I'm using my third finger here. And then measure 6, I land on 2 on the G string. That's a half note. And then I play on beat 3, quarter note. Then 2-0 pull on beat 4. And then here, measure 7, I'm gonna do an eighth note run. I'm gonna use my second finger to do it, to shift up. So 2 to 4 on the G, 3 on the B, and then we're gonna shift down here as well with the second finger, 4-2, open G, 2-0 pull on the D. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the next measure, open G, then 2 on the D, and again, then open D, back to 2. Again, rather simple. I know there's an eighth note run in there, but the melody is fairly straightforward. There's not a lot of movement between strings. A lot of this melody is on 1 or 2 strings, right? So let me play all, the first arrangement, I guess, the first 8 measures, and I'll play it with that feeling of being in 2 a little bit, okay? So, from the very top, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Up into the next solo, okay? So there's the first 8 bars. That's the, pretty much the bare bones melody, and we're gonna be doing that fairly the same when we move into each position. So if you put up there 9, 10, 11, 12, and measure 9 ends it, and then we have a pickup right away on beat 2 again. So let me play them and I'll break them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so obviously we're moving up an octave and in a different position now. So it starts on that pickup, 0 on the G string, 2, slide to 4 or shift with that finger. Then 3 on the B, 5 on the B, 3 on the E, and then 5 on the B string, half note there, right? So 1, 2, and then play it again on beat 3, and then 3, 5, ties over to the downbeat to measure 11 for a half of a beat, so a bit syncopated here. Then 3 on the E, tied over for half a beat. Back to 5 on the B, back to 3 on the E, 5, pull back to 3, 5, and then shift up to 7 on that string on the E, half note there, then 7 again, and then here I'm going to shoot up with the third finger to the 10th, and then shoot back down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay. So a little bit of syncopation here in this, starting out this next arrangement. Let me play all 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, then going on. Finishing up that, the second half of this melody here. So we were on the 7th fret, and we were tied over to the downbeat, and then it's another quarter note, and then 7 again, pull to 5, 8 on the B, that's a G note, and then we land measure 14 on the 5th fret of the high E, A minor, A note, and it's 2 counts, 1, 2, and then beat 3. And then here we do add the flatted 5th on the way up and on the way down.